Hello and welcome to Vision Denial. My name is Sam and this is Road to MSI 2023, Meet the Teams. If you're new here, I've watched every single playoff game of every region that's participated or that's going to be participating in MSI. Asterisk, LEC's winter split I did not do for reasons I've mentioned in previous videos. Today, or notably in this video, we're going to be talking about JD Gaming. And this is a team that many did not expect to win, despite the fact that they were originally one of the favorites up until BLG snuck around. And then they reminded BLG what was their rightful spot. I'm going to be talking about a couple of stats. Notably, there is a lot of stats missing regarding plates and vision. So that's going to be limited, but if you're curious about the kind of stats that I'm using, linked down below with a document of all of the statistics that I use as part of my analysis. Without further ado, let's get going with JD Gaming. Let's meet the coach and stylings of JD Gaming. First up, head coach Homie has been a coach since Season 4 and the head coach of JDG since mid-Season 8, while Viod made his coaching debut in WE before coming to JDG shortly after. And honestly, they've been doing great work. JDG has been at the top of the charts, or has been at the top of the game for a long time at this point. And it shows. 5th in game duration, 2nd in gold per minute. Unfortunately, no stats for game difference at 15 or win rate at 15. 9th in first turrets, 3rd in damage per minute, 12th in first blood. That's largely from their ability to, or their a little bit overzealous aggression. 4th in kills per game and 4th in deaths per game. They are proficient in team fighting and skirmishing. They limit their deaths and maximize their kills to the fullest extent. Again, no stats, unfortunately, for Heralds of Plates, but 9th in Drakes and 6th in Baron is more of a symptom of the fact that they move their games not through their neutral objectives, but through their ability to win team fights aggressively. And what a team to face off. Let's meet the top laner of JD Gaming, 369. Made his debut with Top Esports mid-Season 9 before joining JD Gaming in Season 12. And amongst his stats, speaks truly to his name. He's 6th in KDA, fairly middle of the pack, 9th in CS per minute, 10th in gold per minute, 7th in damage per minute, 9th in kill participation, 12th in kill share, 12th in gold share, and 2nd in champion pool. 369 has the tendency to be either all 3s or all 9s. But his flexibility and solid individual laning comes a long way to keeping attention split, let's say, around the map, allowing his team to really play around these 1-4 or 1-3-1 compositions. But the issue comes around with his inconsistent performance, the so-called rolling 3s or the rolling 9s, and the isolation only serves to hurt the team when he rolls 3s. Let's meet the jungler of JD Gaming, Kanavi. He made his debut with Griffin in Season 9, and after being on loan to JD Gaming for about 5 months, he ended up just making the permanent transition to the organization since Season 10. Amongst the junglers, he is terrifying. 5th in KDA, but 2nd in CS per minute, gold per minute, damage per minute, 5th in kill participation, and 4th in kill share, while being 2nd in gold share and tied 4th place in champion pool. That particular part, most champions are shared amongst the junglers. Kanavi has kept his position within JD Gaming for so long for a reason. This man is a beast with the team fighting, skirmishing, farming. He does not skip out on anything, and is probably the biggest jungle threat at this tournament if we adjust for a lot of factors. There's a reason why he's not first in all the stats. those are taken by other people. But this is so consistently strong. Like, holy moly, Kanavi is huge. Meet the mid laner of JD Gaming, Knight. Making his debut with Suning in Season 8 before joining Top in Season 9 and then joining JD Gaming years later for Season 13, often also considered one of the best mid laners in the world, or at least in contention for that. Amongst the other mid laners, he is definitely above average, if not close to the top. 6th in KDA, but 3rd in CS per minute, 2nd in gold per minute, 5th in damage, 4th in kill participation, 3rd in kill share, 4th in gold share, and 5th in champion pool. His versatility and consistency is to be noted here. He is undoubtedly in the top 3 or 4 mid laners in this tournament, and I would definitely keep a strong eye out for this mid lane threat that helps solidify JD Gaming as the first seed of the LPL, including with his interaction with Kanavi, who together make a terrifying duo. Let's meet the bot laner of JD Gaming, Ruler. This Season 7 World Champion made his debut in that same year with Samsung Galaxy and winning Worlds, then heading straight to Gen G for 5 seasons and then joining JD Gaming for Season 13. And when you look at his stats, the expectations of World Champion sure are there, with 1st in KDA, wow, that's pretty solid, 2nd in CS per minute, and 1st in gold per minute. All right, he upkeeps his goal, and he doesn't make a lot of stupid mistakes. That's great. But then 11th in damage, 11th in kill participation, 10th in kill share, 5th in gold share, 10th in champion pool. The limited versatility with the limited actual participation, there's a lot of expectations on the World Championship champion to perform, and at moments you will see some strong performances, especially like in that finals where he got a pentakill, but he is not the core strength of this team. In fact, his general performance should expect a little bit less compared to the other bot laners in this tournament. Let's meet JD Gaming's support. Missing. Made his debut midway through Season 8 before joining JD Gaming in Season 12. And amongst all of the other support players, he's a little bogged down by the playstyle that is with Ruler, but 7th in KDA, 7th in kill participation, 10th in kill share, 9th in gold share. He is solidly in the middle, if not a little bit above average, his contemporaries. Unfortunately, I do not have vision stats to really solidify their approach to vision, but they are a very big vision denial team, enabling oftentimes their particular way of team fighting. He's consistent and reliable, and while not a standout player amongst the support players, he does provide an incredible amount of work to facilitate the strengths of this team while also being a team fight threat. All in all, with my final thoughts, this is one of, if not the favorite teams for the whole tournament. Between their stellar team fighting, incredibly scary mid-jungle duo, and flexibility for their side lanes, we have a team that is probably the team to beat going into the tournament. Granted, okay, it doesn't mean that they are unbeatable. Outside of their mid-jungle duo, there are question marks surrounding 369 and Ruler. The bot side of the map being rather lackluster and the top side being a little bit more volatile, which means there are points of attack for the kinds of weaknesses JD Gaming have, but the coordination that they have together as a team does mean that if you try to just separate them, they will collapse and try to play a team fight heavy centered game. That said, I'd like to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think that JD Gaming is definitely the favorite team to win the whole thing, or do you have some other contenders that you think are probably a better fit as favorites? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you want to get a look at all the things that I've mentioned here in terms of stats, you can take a look in the comments down below or in the description down below for the actual link of all of my stats and how I got them. Without further ado, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you when MSI arrives. Bye. Thank you again for watching. Greatly appreciated. These kinds of videos take quite a bit of time. If you're interested, we've got over here more videos about the other teams that have qualified for MSI. And if you're curious about the process in which I watched every single playoff, here's a playlist of the road itself to MSI. If you have any particular thoughts, comments, or predictions, I'd love to hear those things down below. And if you care to, right below over here, this little button, you can click on it and subscribe. Thank you.